You are listening to a shortened summer squeeze here with Anthony Pasquesi, and I am here to talk about my favorite baseball player of all time. I'm a longtime Cubs fan, diehard Cubs fan, and for the first time in my life, I got to go to a Cubs-White Sox baseball game just a couple days ago. It was the one where the Cubs lost to a 2-run home run, Eloy Jimenez. It was not very fun for Cubs fans, but I myself had a ton of fun rooting for my favorite baseball player who does not play for the Chicago Cubs. Now, every time my favorite baseball player made a play in the field or was at bat, I screamed his name. His name is very fun to say. I honestly root for this guy. He's my favorite player. It is not ironic whatsoever. But my friend Kevin Regan, who was very gracious enough to give me the ticket to the White Sox Cubs game, was very angry with me every time I cheered for my favorite player because it's on the opposing team. He plays for the White Sox. He was very, wasn't happy with my decision to root for him. But I'm going to plead my case for why my favorite player is my favorite player and why he should be yours as well. Now, I'm going to start by not giving you his name because it's kind of fun. You might be able to guess who this is if you know baseball well and if you know the White Sox well. So there you go. It's whittled down to 25 players on the Chicago White Sox. Now, this player has a career slash line of 243, 297, 362. That's good for a 659 OPS. Not exactly a slugger. 79 WRC plus, so he's a below average hitter in 2,100 plate appearances for the White Sox. Now, between shortstop, second base, and third base, again narrowing it down even further, he has been worth 28 defensive runs saved, primarily as the second baseman for the Chicago White Sox. He's been worth negative 51.6 batting runs, negative 3.3 base running runs, and 17.1 fielding runs. So a rather unproductive player. This player is Venezuelan born. He went by Carlos before 2017, but he changed his name to, drum roll please, if I was good at editing, I'd put a drum roll in, Yolmer Sanchez is my favorite player. Yes, he did go by Carlos before the 2017 season with the White Sox, changed his name to his first name, Yolmer Sanchez, becoming the first ever Yolmer to play Major League Baseball. Now, why is Yolmer my favorite player? He's not productive. He's not the best player in baseball, but you know what? He's fun to watch. He's fun to be around. I go to Guaranteed Rate Field all the time. Every time Yolmer steps up to the plate, I'm the loudest guy cheering for him. I am the biggest Yolmer Sanchez stan that there probably could be. He plays around with Chuck Garfien and Eloy Jimenez during the post and pre-game interviews. He barely speaks a lick of English, but the English that he does say is absolutely hilarious. He also has specs that are adorable. He has an infectious smile. And he dumps Gatorade on himself after walking games off. Yolmer Sanchez is one of the most fun players to watch in Major League Baseball, and he's my favorite player, undeniably. I'd even put him ahead of every single Chicago Cub that I root for. Yolmer Sanchez is my favorite player in Major League Baseball. Now, who is your favorite player? Please let me know, whether that be on Twitter at @TheSqueeze4 or in the comment section of the YouTube page under the channel name Anthony Pasquesi. Be sure to leave a comment on both of those. Also, like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Who is your favorite baseball player not on your team that you root for? Yolmer Sanchez. If it's not Yolmer Sanchez, I think we're going to have a problem. Thanks for listening. We'll be back. This has been a shortened summer squeeze with Anthony Pasquesi.